We are now talking to Georgia Tech offensive tackle recruit Jakiah Leftwich. What's going on, Jakiah?
How are you?
Well, man, as you know, my guest host over here does wear tighty whities.
That is not true.
It's
Don't
true,
listen
man.
to him.
It is true, Jakiah. And if you want to give him a wedgie, we were just talking about giving him a swirly. You're a big guy.
Come
You
on,
can help me
Jakiah.
out.
Don't be that guy.
Yeah, we'll be that guy. I mean, come on. We play pranks. I mean, you're a football player. How many pranks do you do in the locker room, my friend?
I just stay to myself in the locker room, not doing too much out of the way.
Oh, man, Jakiah, I thought you were one of those fun guys, man. Come on. Anyways, we are talking to Georgia Tech offensive tackle recruit Jakiah Leftwich. Were you going to say something?
Oh, I said sometimes.
Yeah, well, we'll have some fun, trust me. How are you and your family doing with this pandemic?
Are they doing good? Staying safe out of the way, working, doing what we can do.
That's right, man. I mean, I work too. I work a lot, and just looking at him every single day is work for me. So just so you know.
So much visual strain for
Yes,
such a regular person.
Yes. So Jakiah, what is it like now being recruited and then actually going on these Zoom calls with COVID-19? You can't visit the schools because of the situation, the virus, the pandemic. What is it like being interviewed by all the coaches, the assistant coaches, and trying to figure out what school you want to go to? It's so different when you get to go and visit the school and check out the school and talk to the coaches face to face. What is it like being interviewed online on a Zoom call?
It feels great knowing a school is looking at you, recruiting you, that want you, but it's also frustrating because you can't go up there and check it out yourself. You got to rely on somebody else's information, what they're telling you. But it's good.
So you were actually recruited by two not big name coaches, but probably that second tier of big name coaches in college football, one of which being Herm Edwards at Arizona State and Mike Norvell at Florida State, which is actually his team, by the way. He's a Florida State fan. They haven't been great so far, but they just shocked North Carolina. So
What are you trying to take shots at my team now?
You did it last week.
Yeah, well, I don't want to hear it from you.
All right,
okay?
well,
it's just me.
So what made you
My team
choose Georgia
sucks.
Tech over those two programs and those two coaches?
I would say how they treated me, treated my family. They took my academics seriously. Different stuff like that, the early playing time, stuff like that, made me made Georgia Tech the lead of all the other schools.
What is it like being an offensive tackle? Now, we've interviewed some of the top offensive tackles in the country, and a lot of them give us different answers to it. I mean, the fact that you're 6'6", 300 some odd pounds, you're probably an athletic beast. Some of you offensive linemen, now you can. I mean, we saw what Makai Beckham did at the combine, running 5 seconds almost flat. This guy's 365-pound Buick, 6'8". He's a beast. I mean, some of you guys are just a beast of men. I mean, you're 17 years old and you're athletic beast. What is it like being that guy that protects the quarterback and to me is probably the most important position besides the quarterback in professional football?
It feels great. Just knowing you out there competing with your teammates, you doing your job. You one of 11 people on the field doing your job, and you got to compete. And yeah.
So have you always played offensive line, or were there any other positions you played at different levels of football before that?
I would say in high school I played offensive line, but in like rake ball and all that other stuff, Pee Wee League, I played D line and O line.
You know, you use the word Pee Wee. That's his nickname, Pee Wee. So,
Oh my gosh.
if you ever want to think of Pee Wee leagues, just think of Speedy. I mean, that works. We are talking to Georgia Tech offensive tackle recruit Jakiah Leftwich. Now, Jakiah, you have the last name Leftwich. Are you related to Byron Leftwich?
No, I actually get that question a lot. Everybody asks me that question.
Well, yeah, you know, I like Byron. By the way, I think he's a great offensive coordinator. I think. Being that he plays for the Buccaneers, I don't like him. I mean, because he's the offensive coordinator for the Buccaneers, I don't like him because he's Tom Brady's offensive coordinator. But I like Byron. I followed him when he played for Pittsburgh and the different teams, Jacksonville, when he was drafted.
He was decent with Jacksonville.
Oh, he was great. I thought Byron was a very, very good quarterback for a little bit of his career, but couldn't cut it as a full-time NFL quarterback. It's not easy to do. So, Jakiah, when you look at the offensive tackle position, and you have to be an athletic beast. Like I said, we were just bringing up Mekhi Beckham. He was a basketball player. Were there any other sports that you play in high school that really helps your athletic ability on the football field?
Basketball.
Oh, so you're a basketball player too?
Not no more, but I played it.
You have good footwork.
Kind of faded out on the end of my high school.
So you have good footwork. Now you're 17 years old. You're 300 pounds, and you're built. When people say you're 300 pounds, everybody thinks, "Oh, he's fat." No, you're 6'6". You're built like an ox. We see. Trust me, I've met a lot of these. It's funny because I remember I was interviewing Muhammad Wilkerson a couple of years ago at Hofstra. Okay, you want to talk about a beast of a man? He's not even anywhere. I mean, I think Muhammad Wilkerson was like 6'4", and he was like almost 300 pounds. You're 6'6", 300 pounds. I mean, you guys are just beasts of a men. Being that you're 17 years old, I've always wanted to ask an offensive lineman, what do you bench right now as a 17-year-old?
We haven't bench pressed in a long time, but my last bench press was like close to 300.
All right, man. So you bench a little bit less than I do. I mean, that's not bad. I mean, I'm a man. Okay, I've been benching since I was a kid too. So I think the most I've ever benched, believe it or not, it was about a year ago. I benched 365 pounds. So
okay.
I mean, I that's my strength. I mean, my weakness is my biceps. I can tell you that. I watch people curl like 60, 70-pound dumbbells. Don't ask me if I'm going to do that because I won't. I go 40, 50 pounds. I'm good with that. So that's not my strength. I mean, I could probably curl this guy. I mean, he weighs, he's soaking wet. Look at it. He's bones, man. Look at him. He's bony, all right?
What about a skeleton to you?
Yeah, you are a skeleton. We are talking
A month ago, I was called a werewolf. Now I'm a skeleton.
Well, you're a werewolf. You were a lizard. What else do we call you?
Oh, yeah. What else? Oh, you call me a worm.
You are. Doesn't he look like a worm?
Oh, my God.
Jakiah, doesn't he look like a worm?
I don't know.
He knows it. He just doesn't want to answer it.
So how do you think the offensive line and the offensive tackle position has changed from when you started playing and you started watching football to now obviously being a Division I recruit?
I think it changed a lot. Back in the day, it was like all run plays. They'll just do all run plays. Now they switching up pro style offense, passing, throwing. Offensive tackles go off for the screens, go block corners, stuff like that. Changed a lot.
Now, Georgia Tech is known for their offensive tackles. They are. And one of my favorite players of all time, I'm pretty sure, Mr. Ferguson is from Georgia Tech. He went to Georgia Tech. He was a top pick for the New York Jets. If you don't know who Mr. Jakiah Ferguson is, I think he played for Georgia Tech. Speedy?
I'm looking that up as we speak.
Why are you so slow, Speedy? You're tiring, you know? You're tiring.
No, he played for Virginia.
He went to Virginia. I'm sorry. I thought he went to Georgia Tech. You know who went to Georgia Tech for basketball? Stephon Marbury. That's where I'm lost over there because New Yorkers over there. Anyways, Jakiah Ferguson, he's about the same size as you. He's 6'6", 300-pound guy. What football player, what offensive tackle that you have seen over the years, or a player that playing in the NFL or college football that you really stand out to say that you play like, or you can mimic, or you've mimicked his game?
I would say Tyron Smith, and for the NFL, and for college, I would say he just left. He just went to the NFL this year. He played for the Giants. He a rookie.
Oh, Andrew Thomas. Andrew Thomas?
Yeah, Andrew Thomas. Yeah.
Let's hope you're not Andrew Thomas. Okay, let's hope, because Andrew Thomas is. I think he's going to
struggled the first 3 games. Now he's playing better.
I think he's going to be a bust. That's just me. I think he's going to be. I don't think you're a bust. Don't worry, Jakiah. I think you're going to be better than Mr. Thomas. But unfortunately, this guy's a Giant fan, so I can't stand the Giants. So anybody that the Giants draft, they stink. Okay, so as far as I'm concerned, he stinks.
He's been the worst of the 4 so far, but he's played better in recent weeks.
Is that your excuse now? Are you going to make excuses for your Giants again?
I am analyzing what I see.
You analyze a lot of things. Why don't you analyze the underwear that you wear?
If I admit he's Eric Flowers bad, I'll admit he's Eric Flowers bad, but he hasn't been that bad.
What kind of underwear do you wear?
Oh, my God, enough.
I'm just asking you.
Enough with the underwear.
Right. Tighty whities, guys.
Oh,
Tighty whities.
So you grew up in Atlanta. You grew up in Georgia, which obviously has a big football culture at every level so far. So So what has your experience has been like at every level of football? You playing, obviously, maybe you experiencing it with a lot of the fans at different levels.
Georgia has the best football out of every state. Georgia is the best. We got all great athletes. Everybody in Georgia the best. The fans are great. We compete. We hard all the NFL, every NFL y'all see, they come from Georgia, all that stuff. So we produce athletes.
No, listen to him, man. Jakiah giving Georgia that little rep over there. We have the best football players and the best. The talent is just rolling over here. I would agree. There's a lot of good Georgia players. Atlanta and I've talked about this over and over again. A lot of good running backs, a lot of offensive tackles and defensive tackles have come from Georgia. So you're right. Georgia is one of those states that you can honestly say that a lot of NFL players come from. Atlanta, when the Falcons are good, I mean, they're fun to watch. I mean, unfortunately, this year they just stink. Are you a Falcon fan?
Yeah,
Nah.
I am.
Julio Jones?
Yep. If y'all, you know who AJ Terrell is?
Of course, man.
He graduated from high school. He there right now.
All right.
His little brother right now. He go to Westlake.
Were you surprised when they drafted him? What was your reaction like?
Oh yeah. His brother had called us and said Atlanta Falcons selected him before it showed on TV and stuff like that. So yeah, we all was surprised and happy for him.
Jakiah, do you see yourself as an NFL style of offensive tackle? Do you see yourself? I know a lot of people say, of course, that's a dream, but do you honestly see yourself as an NFL player?
Yes. That's always a goal. I work and prepare for that every day.
Mm-hmm. Well, if you really want, I can mail Speedy. I'll put him in a box. I'll mail him, and you can curl him. You know, you can use him as a body bag or something like that. You know? We'll put him on. You can use him as a punching bag. I mean, I do that. So, what's mine is yours, Jakiah. What's mine is yours.
I mean, I don't know if you want to be holding a dead body once I die in a box, but okay. So, being you're a Falcons fan, Errol and I argue about this all the time. Obviously, you guys your team is mocked all the time for the Super Bowl collapse the way they are. Now,
they were paid off to lose.
Oh my God! Well, that's not the part I'm arguing. Now, I actually think that Kyle Shanahan is not as badly to blame as a lot of people think. I think it was more defensive coaching, whereas he thinks it's more Kyle Shanahan. Because I don't think they lost the game on time. I think they lost the game because they got conservative.
Run the ball, you would have won. Run the ball last year for San Francisco, you would have won.
All right, where do you stand on that?
I say it's both because I was looking at it. They should have run the ball too. Then defense, they should have stopped. They couldn't stop Tom Brady and all them. So I say it's a mixture of both of them.
Oh, it was definitely Kyle Shanahan. I'm sorry. Yeah. I'm sorry. You're up by 20 points in the fourth quarter, and you had Julio Jones make an unbelievable grab on the 30-yard line, 35-yard line, and all you had to do was run the ball. There was 9 minutes left of the game. There's no way. There's a 99.8 chance the Patriots come back in a Super Bowl, okay? And you decide to throw the ball twice, back-to-back times, which made no sense when it was 1st and 10, okay? It made no sense. All you had to do was run the ball and kick the ball through the field goal. You would have won the game. There was no way the Patriots were going to come back. That would have been another possession that you had to withdraw from it. So there was no way the Patriots would have came back if they kicked the ball.
Remember, the penalty is what set them back out of field goal range.
Yeah, the penalty. Yeah, the penalty. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. He should have ran the ball. If he ran the ball, there wouldn't have been a penalty. Okay? Yes, I do.
Why? There's never a penalty on any run play ever?
Speedy, you make up all these different excuses. These are excuses. Kyle Shanahan.
You act like there's a penalty.
Kyle Shanahan is the most overrated head coach and offensive coordinator in NFL history. I don't know why anybody thinks Kyle Shanahan is good. Because he's not, okay? He can't win. He doesn't win the big game, and that's all I'm going to say. Atlanta was very lucky to get rid of Kyle, even though they haven't won since. But they didn't win a Super Bowl because of Kyle Shanahan. So I think they need to smack him around.
I think this year you could see that it's more of the defense. Look at all the collapses they had this year. It's an organizational problem.
I think it has everything to do with Dan Quinn because you saw last week they won. I mean, Dan Quinn gets fired, they win. They win by like 30 points.
Did I not blame Dan Quinn for the Super Bowl loss?
Well, it wasn't Dan Quinn's fault. It was Kyle Shanahan's fault. I keep saying it to you.